Hi guys, and welcome to Copper Cosplay. And today, well, I'll give you one guess to my favorite Disney villain. Go on. Here's the little shocking bit. It's actually Scar, which I know, confusing with my shirt and all, and I love Hades, I do. I just prefer Scar as a villain. However, I love Idia. So, I'm making Idia cosplay. Now, Twisted Wonderland is a bit newer in terms of a show. The game's always had my heart as Idia. Just a little bit more, Idia does. And so, I decided to make a cosplay of my best boy in a week. You know, just so I can get some photos with my Vil and everything. We're ignoring that this cosplay has been done for like 2 months, and this is just the script that I wrote like back in April? March? Sometime? Spoiler alert, the cosplay is done. So, let's get started on making it, shall we? So these is all the pieces cut out. I should do a mock-up. I'm not going to do a mock-up. We're just going to cut this out of the normal fabric and hope for the best. This is the pocket piece. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend it up for the top pocket and then down and a little bit wider for the bottom pocket. And I think that should work rather than me drafting up completely different pockets. Yeah. This is what all of those pieces look like pinned on. I kind of eyeballed the pockets and I added pins where I need to cut for those. I just made a second piece for the pocket pattern, and yeah, I'm just going to cut all this out. I'm so glad I have just enough fabric. I also have lining fabric, but to make sure I have enough lining fabric, what I think I'm going to do is line the sleeves in white and then just cut down the middle, fold it over, and top stitch it down with the ribbons in between. And then not line the pockets because I don't have enough fabric for that. And yeah, I'm going to get bias binding rather than doing a zippered pocket for all the pockets because I just don't like doing zippers that much. So that's what everything looks like. So I lied and I did just cut this sort of in half. I messed up cutting it in half really bad because I decided I didn't need to fold it. I would just cut willy-nilly, so it's like very wonky, but that's okay. I'm just going to not worry about it. The sleeves were way too tight anyway, and I'm just, like I said, not going to worry about it. And then I'm just going to use this white, add a 4-inch strip of this white in between the sleeves, fold this over, top stitch it on both sides. It may not be the most even of it, but with all the gathering on the top and on the cuff, I'm not going to worry too much about it. And these are all the pieces on the lining. I went ahead and shortened the sleeve loosely, put it where it needed to go. The sleeves are messed up anyway, so I kind of just gave up on them. I'm not going to lie. I only have a couple days to do this cosplay, like I've mentioned before. So I've just kind of given up on the sleeves. They can be a little bit messy. I don't mind too much. But that's the back, that's the front. There's the hood. Those are the sleeves. I'm not lining the pockets. There's not enough fabric. I don't really like the lining fabric. It's really, really slicky, and I know sewing it's going to be a pain. But it is what we got, so we're going to work with it. So this is what I have done for the Idia. I just have it all pinned, and I'm going to quickly sew it, the lining, and then get some bias binding, because I completely forgot to do that. And once I get the bias binding, then we can finish up the main bit of the costume. And after like a little bit, the lining is fully sewn. I just have to go get that bias binding and finish up the other parts of the jacket, which I will film a little bit more, maybe, if I remember. But for now, yeah, this is what we got. It's coming along a lot quicker than I thought it would. So I have the zipper pinned in, and then I have the ribbon that's going to fold over and hide the zipper. We're going to ignore this big giant gap there and this big giant gap at the bottom. It's fine because it's open at the top, and we can just use a little bit of hook and eye magic to close the bottom. And I'll probably replace the zipper when I actually have the time to get a properly sized one. I quickly added the bias binding to all the pockets and the hood. I'm going to just sew this down, and then I will iron this, fold over, top stitch these all onto the pockets, and then on this I'm going to leave this free. That way when I line it, I can just fold this over and hand stitch it down. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. We're just going to ignore the fact that this is going to be raw on the inside. The fabric doesn't fray, so it's fine. And here are the white pieces of the sleeve. I didn't grab ribbon, so I'm just using the leftover bias binding from the pockets. I think it looks pretty good, so we're going to go with that. I could have probably made the triangles maybe a little bit smaller, but because I don't care enough to fix that, it's just going to be top stitched down in this pattern. If I ever remake his jacket, I may make it a little bit more accurate, but for a quick photo shoot, I just cannot be bothered. And these are all the pockets pinned on. I'm just going to top stitch them down, and then the fronts will be done, and I can just sew them to the back. Then I have to do sleeves. I hate sleeves so much. I just went ahead and pinned the sleeve down. I'm gonna sew it, and then I can attach it to the body. Okay, and this is the hoodie, all sewn up, at least the base one. I just still need to add the lining, and then it'll be done. I also need to eventually add the detailing, like the little symbol here, and the little dangly bit that comes from the zipper, and then all of these pockets. These pockets are really large, and all are fully functional, which is great. I can fit about 6 switches on this outfit, which I will be taking full advantage of. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Here's the sleeves. I thought I messed up really bad on them, but actually they're pretty nice. And then the cuff is going to be like pretty large, and so that way it covers, you know, the actual hand piece. This is a little uneven because I underestimated the bit that I need for the white piece. But again, not a huge deal because it's going to have that cuff, so I'm going to trim up this blue and then add the cuffs after I add the lining. So, yeah, that's what we got so far. I'm kind of amazed I managed to actually succeed in getting this done in 3 days. So it is all finished, and it's finished in time. Luckily, I'm super happy with how it turned out. I will be wrapping up shortly. Sorry, that's like tucked in. I promise I have shorts on right now, but yeah. It's not fitting correctly because I don't have the binder, but normally it's a little bit baggier. The cuffs are freakishly long because I just find it fun to kind of do this and then get the cuffs done. And it is fully lined. I just don't feel like unzipping it because it is a pain to unzip and zip this jacket up and down because of how it fits without the binder. But besides that, I really love it. This material makes it super hot, which I don't enjoy, but functioning pockets. Must I say more? What cosplay actually has functioning pockets? Even ones I make don't have functioning pockets, so I'm really happy with that. Well, guys, wasn't that fun? Yeah, I never did the details, but the cuffs and the lining, as you guys have seen, I did manage to do. I did finish this up the day I had to wear it, so that was something. I didn't get a chance to wear this in, like, do this video in the full outfit or anything, so you're just getting barefaced. My hair is a mess. It's fine. I have a few issues, but for it being a 1 week project, I do enjoy it. It's kind of riding up because I don't have a binder on, and it is a little tight when I don't have the binder on because, you know. But it's super comfy, and besides the few issues that I have, like I messed up on the sleeve with that top stitching. It's really good. And then I ripped the stitches by accident, on the cuffs. You can't really see it, but I kind of ripped a hole in one of the cuffs at the arcade. It is what it is. You know, I need to just resew it. I did do it at a way looser stitch length than I needed to do it, but I forgot to change the needle settings. So you live, you learn, and I'll get it fixed up. I'm super excited to fix these little details and actually wear them to a con or a proper photo shoot. I do have a few pictures that I'll insert probably at the end of this video, but besides that, I'm so happy. I loved being able to be Idia. He is one of my favorite characters in general right now, let alone from Twist. Him and Rook in there, and Brittle. Those three have my heart and soul. I love them so much. And it's being able to just be him, and now I've finished up being, like, I have a cosplay for all three of my favorite characters, and I am so happy with them. So, yeah. I'm, again, hoping to put him at a con maybe soon. It's really hot right now because it's June. I never really got around to filming because I've been going through some health issues. I had a stroke. It's a lot. But I finally got the energy to film and edit this video. If it's out by now, it's edited. I mean, if you're watching this, then it's out, but you know what I mean. And yeah. If you did enjoy this, please stick around for some new videos. I'm making some armor cosplays from Honkai Star Rail. I'm making Argenti. I'm making Pentalone from Genshin soon for both me and my partner. So we're both kind of we're both wearing him for different times. We're gonna switch around doing our favorite ship, and that's gonna be super fun. I'm also working on some Pokemon cosplays soon. I'm trying to think of what else I'm doing. I have some Miku's planned, and then I have a Riddle cosplay coming up. If you are here for the Twist exclusively, I'm doing his seaside outfit. I have all the fabric. It's gonna get cut out here shortly, and hopefully that video will be up once it's done. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please subscribe and like the video, and come see me again soon. Bye guys!